Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to another exciting U-boat video. As you can see, U-96 here is currently departing La Rochelle for her technically 5th war patrol in the North Atlantic. We are tasked with patrolling grid CG down here just at the mouth of Gibraltar. We're tasked with traveling the standard 2,500 kilometers inside said area, and we have to sink 10,000 tons of merchant shipping in the area, although I do think warships count for this. There were also rumors of an enemy battleship lingering around in the area, so if we have a chance to take a shot at that, we most certainly will. That would be quite the prize for a U-96 here. We are currently all stocked up, full of torpedoes and provisions, as you would expect with a U-boat departing port. We have a mixture of T1 or G7A torpedoes and G7Es, although everything in the tubes right now are it's T1s. The story in the aft tubes is a little different. We have both T2 torpedoes in the aft. All warmed up and ready to go, but we'll have to keep an eye on that before we make an attack. As you can see, all the machinery's running normally. We're all stocked up on food as well. Lots of fruits and potatoes and all that good stuff. Also, lots of med kits and repair equipment, replacement parts to go around. We also have potassium absorbers on board, which should help clear carbon dioxide and help the boat stay submerged a little bit longer without my crew choking to death. We got plenty of deck gun ammunition and flak ammunition, as you would expect, but on the whole, the boat is in tip-top shape. No, oh my gosh, we do have water in the bilges already. Okay, well, we'll turn on the pump. We'll get that out of there. But one thing I did want to discuss, and really what's going to be the highlight of this video, is a mod that I've been needing to take a look at. Hop onto the Uzo and take a look here and bring it up. Yes, that's right, a fully functional TDC in U-boat. I'm quite happy that this has been modded into the game. I think it's a wonderful addition. And you have all the things you would expect out of any TDC from, say, Silent Hunter or Wolfpack, for example. You have target speed, range to target here, angle on bow, impact angle, all of the good stuff, as well as some extra features. You can slave or unslave the TDC to the whatever optic you're using, like the Uzo, for example. So with this blue light on and this lever pointed up, it is unslaved, but then I can slave it whenever I have a target in my sights. I can also change the speed of the torpedoes here. I have a maximum of 44 knots and a minimum of 24 knots. We also have to change the torpedo speed down here as well, but that's all right. That's kind of what they had to do in real life anyway. We also have a big red light showing me my solution is rubbish, which is quite fun. That's because I have the stern selected. There we go. And that's much better right there. So this should be quite fun to play with and should make submerged and torpedo attacks in general a little more exciting to watch. It's definitely more in-depth than the current, TDC options or torpedo solution options we have available in the base game. Should be quite a lot of fun. And one extra feature of this mod is it adds a nifty little stopwatch here for timing our targets. Okay, let's get that out of here. And one thing this mod also adds is speed charts here, which will be quite useful for hunting. So stuff like this is what I really like, and really what U-boat needs more of. More tools for the player to make solutions and engage targets. Stuff like this is fantastic. But in any case, we will continue to head down south. I set up a kind of crappy patrol pattern right here. I'll probably update this when I have some spare time as we're traveling through the Bay of Biscay or whatnot and make it a little more pleasing to the eye, I suppose, a little more symmetrical. But that's all I really have for the time being. Let's go hunt ourselves some merchant ships and see how this TDC mod works. So we have received a radio message from BDU here, and let's take a look at this. May 27th, 1941, which, interestingly enough, this is the date KMS Bismarck was sunk. We have information that crucial technology has been loaded on the freighter Empire Lugard. It must be sunk at all costs. Its predicted location is those coordinates right there, and it should actually mark it on the map. And you know what? You know what else? It is nighttime, and we are not rigged for red. Let's rig for red. So, transport 2 to 4 vessels here. Let's mark that location and try to get a rough course going. Did I mark it? You can't mark the dot exactly. I'll just mark right behind it and do some time compression and see what their course is. There we go. Looks like they're heading north-northwest or thereabouts. And draw a line that's close enough for government work. Yeah, something like that should be fine. Oh wow, we are very far away. I could try to... It would be good. I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here and try to intercept this freighter before she leaves grid CG here. Let's plot a rough course. We'll keep going standard speed. I don't want to go much faster than that and burn a whole crap load of fuel. Yeah, this should be fine. Make sure the crew's all rested up. It looks like everyone that needs rest is currently resting. And we are going to move towards the target area. Ew, this is looking like a tough order. Let's go full. Really burn some diesel fuel, I guess. Oh, she's changed course. It looks like they're heading north-northeast now. Well, just so we're consistent, I'll mark this. And let's let her travel a little bit. And just mark right behind that update. We can roleplay a little bit and... Oh, that lightning scared me. Jeez. I thought we were getting bombed. I was kind of worried. Okay, we can roleplay and say, you know, German air cover or aircraft are tracking this vessel, or maybe even another U-boat. Who knows? Oh, we are making 18, 17 knots, and the weather is pretty poor. This would be perfect weather to launch a surface attack in. Just turn on the pump. It looks like we have some water building up in the bulge. Yep, they have the hatch secured, so... Alright, that's good. Okay, we have a pretty decent intercept course here. Looks like the transport vessels are heading north-northeast still, and we could probably submerge the boat, which I may end up doing. Let's take a look through the Uzo and see if we can actually spot these guys. No mast on the horizon or anything. This is kind of cool. We have different filters. That's pretty sweet. The mod definitely added that. I do believe this is part of the TDC mod as well, so stuff like that is fantastic. Awesome. But yeah, I have no visual contact just yet. We're still pretty far from the vessels. Oh yeah, 34 kilometers. Yeah, we have a while to go, but we can slow the boat down. No need to keep burning all of this diesel fuel. And we'll let them come to us. We are engaging these really at the line of CG, so I don't think they will count for our secondary objective here. But that's okay. I'm sure we'll have plenty of other opportunities to engage more vessels in said grid. Let's check our torpedoes. All are preheated. Perfect. I do anticipate I will only use bow torpedoes during this attack. Okay. Visual contact. Time to submerge the boat. Let's go down the periscope, boys, and I'll get the radio operator on and shoot off a radio message to BDU. We'll start moving a little bit to help submerge the boat. Not seeing anything way out there, but I get you. Wolf can be on the attack periscope, actually. That is fine. We can get these men off. And Hoffman will transition to the electric engine room once the boat is submerged. Going down nice and easy. We'll watch our boat submerge. There we go. Decks are awash, and now we're just going to drop like a rock, it seems. And switching to electric engines. Beautiful. Okay, switching to electrics. All ahead slow. Make sure all the crew is where they need to be. I'll get Alfred on in the listening room now. And you, my friend. You're actually okay there. Actually, Hans, you get on the... You overlook the dive planesman, and you get on the hydrophone station. That should be fine. He's a little tired, but he can stick it through this attack. Discipline is all right, and obviously we are depleting oxygen, but we still have 12 hours and 3 minutes to go, so I don't think this attack will take that long. That would be a very long attack. Okay. Inaccurate report, apparently. Okay, we have another contact. More propeller noises, pretty close. No visual just yet. Let me take a look. Up scope. So my view isn't obstructed by all these waves. And let's scan the horizon here. See what we have cooking. I wish I could ask for contact reports like my hydrophone men to tell me, you know, what bearing the group is on. I guess I could just not be lazy and look at the map, but... Oh, we have a mark right here. Well, I'm not seeing anything out there. And it says this is the inaccurate mark, not the transport group we need to engage. So that is reassuring for sure. Let me adjust my microphone here. Okay, we're getting pretty close. This should work out. I'm actually going to 3 minute and 15 this transport group to get their speed. And I'll show that off for those of you who aren't familiar with the 3 minute 15 method. It's quite useful, especially when you have map contact updates like this and most subsims like Silent Hunter as well. And there we go. We have a tanker. It looks like a nice fat tanker. And we are going to bring up our stopwatch, which is included in this mod, hopefully. It appears. Oh, please tell me the stopwatch is going to work. There we go. For some reason it wasn't popping up there, but that's okay. We'll bring up our stopwatch, and we're going to mark just in front of the enemy merchant ship and start the timer right when the bow hits that mark. We'll let our chronometer run for 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and then we will measure that distance out, and then we have the vessel speed. We'll use some time compression here to make it happen a little quicker. 1 minute. 2 minute. And passing 3 minutes. Okay. And at 15 seconds, we'll mark. Looks like we have 3 vessels in this convoy. Not a bad catch at all. 15 seconds, mark. Okay, and we can stop this and reset it for future use, and we'll just set it aside here. Now we really just take our ruler and draw from point 1 to point 2. Like so. And we'll read this out. So 6.8 knots. That's how fast the vessel is going. And as a matter of fact, we can go ahead and plug that into our TDC. Okay. Oh, we already got one of the ships. We got a Liberty cargo there. And I can't read the names of these vessels. This one has a green dot on it, so I suspect that is primary target. Then we have our oiler here. Well, let's go ahead and begin. Lock on target. Let's bring up our TDC, and we're going to input. We'll just do 6.5. 7 would probably be okay. Yeah, I'll just try to guesstimate as much as possible, but that should be fine. All right, let's identify this target. We don't know what nationality it is, but I can see the flags there. It is indeed a British tanker. So it is fair game. I have a T2 tanker. It's not a T2 tanker. Let's see what we got. Not a destroyer. Oi class. Yeah, I think this actually may be it. Or 01. I'm still not sure. But I'm gonna go with Oi. It's fun to say. That's a 10,000 tonner as well. That's pretty good. Recognize. Man, if we sunk this in grid CG, that would be mission accomplished. We just have to sail around for a few thousand kilometers. Okay, here's our second freighter. I don't see the name. Normally the name's written on the hull of the vessel. Let's try to identify this one. Actually, no, it's not an Empire Tower. Let's raise our scope a little bit more. Let's go back just in case I overshot it. Empire Bell. Yeah, I think it may be an Empire Bell. It has these two distinctive funnels right in front of the main funnel. Yep, I think this may be it. Recognize. 4,000 tonner. Unlock. Okay, next ship in the line. Let's identify her. Lock on target. That is a Liberty cargo. Just click through all this. May have missed her. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's certainly a Liberty cargo ship. Recognize. 7,000 tonner. But this one is armed, so I may actually shoot this vessel here, which is our primary target, the Empire whatever. Which one are we tasked with shooting? Journal. Empire Lugard. So I do think this is the Empire Lugard. It does have the mark, so that's kind of a dead giveaway. I think if I torpedo the Empire Lugard and this Liberty cargo, then this one is, you know, at the will of my 88 millimeter deck gun. So we'll see. I think that will be my plan of action. Let's raise the scope. Hey, are you watching those dive planesmen, my friend? Okay, so this will be primary target. Let's make sure all torpedoes are still warmed up. Yep, tubes 1 through 5 are warmed up. That is perfect. Let's try to get range to... No, not that. Range to the target. We'll use the statometer for this one. The waves are pretty choppy, so it's kind of hard to line up the water line right on that top mast, but we'll do something like that. Wow, almost 5 kilometers away. Well, I don't believe that. I really don't. But that's okay. We'll try to get a better estimate here shortly. Let's bring up the TDC. Angle on bow, it looks like a 65 degree angle on bow for right now. Speed is 6.8 knots, like we established previously. Range, I'm going to go with 1 kilometer for the time being. I'll try to get a better range reading here shortly. We'll make sure this is slave to our attack periscope, and indeed it is. The slide is off, which also indicates that. And we have a little while to go before we want to fire. We'll fire at around a bearing of... looks like just really damn near 350. That should work okay. Okay, this is all looking all right. Perfect. We'll hold here for the time being, and I'll adjust it as we continue moving forward. What's our current speed? And let's go forward 1. I don't want to close too quickly. All right, apparently we're slowing down. How's everyone doing in here? You boys holding up? I think we're all good. We'll use some time compression. I think that is a good plan, though. Using the deck gun to take out the tanker and torpedoing these 2 vessels. Obviously, the Liberty cargo probably will do some evasive maneuvers, but I'm so damn close. I'm not all that concerned about it. Let's adjust our course slightly to get a better AOB here. And we can move a little closer, I think. Okay, I think now's about time to update our solution and really get ready to fire. Let's get out of that. Okay, we can zoom out a bit. Raise the scope a bit more, so we're pretty much at 350. Let's try to get another range reading here. Oh, she's moving kind of fast. Set. Lock on target. Make sure rudder is zeroed out. Yeah, almost. There we go. Okay, time to fire. Angle on bow, it's looking like a 75 degree AOB, and parallax angle is okay with this. Range, I'm going to go with 1.5 kilometers. I don't think she's that far away. That's too far. And we will be launching at a speed of 44 knots. And that looks good. Bring up the tubes. Switch it. We are shooting with the TDC, so we want this on on. We'll launch tubes 1 and 2. Speed 44 knots. Depth, we'll do 2.5 meters. And dispersion, we want like a 1 degree dispersion angle. Spread angle. All right, tubes 1 and 2. Fire. Even though you set the torpedo speed up here, you want to be sure you also do it down here. All right. Those torpedoes should be running hot, straight, and normal towards the target. I was a little rushed. I probably should have been updating that solution as we went a bit more, but there you are. Let's watch our torpedoes. They're running towards the target. Oh, there's the wakes, and that looks pretty damn good, I think. I think we have 2 torpedo impacts here, but I don't want to speak too soon. Let's watch this. Let's see how they do. Hide the UI. Ooh, there we go. 1 hit. 2 hits. Both in the stern portion of the vessel. So she may have been going a tad faster than 6.8 knots. But I think she is done for. That horn's a-blowing. She's carrying quite a few jeeps and stuff. Look at that lifeboat. And I think she is going down. Yeah. Might have been a little bit overkill. I probably could have gotten away with just shooting 1 torpedo at this merchant vessel. But I'd rather be safe than sorry, and yeah. She is going under. Let's bring up the UI. Yeah, she has quite a bit of heavy flooding. Torpedo hit the enemy. Thank you. Serious damage. Yeah, I can see that. Looks like the men are taking to the life rafts. Let's make sure my rudder is at 0. Don't want to be turning at all. There we go. Let's adjust this slightly. And yeah, she's going down. She's going to succumb to flooding there. Oh, wow. Look at that. Going down like a rock. So the Empire Lugard has been successfully sunk. We can check that little mark off our box. Oh, looks like she's just hanging out. Oh, we'll see. I think she will go down. Yeah, she's still going down. Sometimes the vessels just like to hang out like this, and you have to shoot a few deck gun rounds into them to finish them off. We'll find out, but she's effectively out of action. Next stop is the Liberty Cargo. Let's take a look. And the wonderful thing about the TDC, yeah, I guess she still is technically afloat, so I'll probably have to shoot her with the deck gun. Okay, next vessel, C3, or Liberty Cargo, excuse me. Lock on to target. What is the draft of the Liberty Cargo here? Probably set my torpedoes a little bit deeper. Draft is 8.5 meters, so I'll probably set them to 5 meters. I don't think magnetic pistols are currently modeled in the game, so I don't want to set them underneath the hull of the vessel and have them just not go off. That would suck. Okay, we can put this away, or recognize it, I guess. I'm probably going to keep the same range, probably a bit closer. We'll go closer to 1 kilometer. And the good thing about the TDC is everything really just updates. As you can see, our solution's looking pretty good still. And we'll just prepare to fire. Speed, I'm going to bump it up to 7 knots. Although she is zigzagging now, so 6... yeah, we'll do 7. Let's see, how... Is she really doing any crazy evasive maneuvers? It doesn't really look like it. Which is fine by me. We are super close, so I'm going to try to rearrange her. Let's try one more time, see if we can get a more reasonable range reading. Those other readings were just so far off. Set 396 meters. Okay, we're pretty freaking close. Let's start reversing. I think that's probably kind of accurate. As long as she's over 300 meters away, we should be okay because that is the minimum arming distance of our torpedoes. I'll go with 400 meters. Gyro angle is almost at 0. Let's pull up our tubes. Speed is 44 knots. Perfect. Tubes 3 and 4. Speed 44 knots. Torpedo depth. We'll do 5.5 meters. Dispersion 1 degree. That should be sufficient. Okay, tubes 1 through 4. I fired a little late, but that's going to be okay. Fire. Oh, shoot. Looked off the game. Okay, torpedoes are away. Just making sure I didn't screw up my recording there. And they are running towards the target. Let's see if they hit. And they went under. Both went under. Wow, really? That kind of blows. Because, unless I'm mistaken...
Der Aal ging daneben, Herr Qorgyle.
Liberty cargo ship.
Der Aal ging daneben, Herr Qorgyle.
Aft 8.5 meters. I set them to 5. Maybe this is fully loaded down. I don't know, but that is lesson learned, I suppose. She does have a gun, so this may be an interesting deck gun duel. But we'll try to slug it out on the surface, I suppose. Oh, that gun is manned too. How's the torpedo going? Reloading going? You fellas get in there. Time to be somebody. I suppose I could always re-engage. What is she shooting at? She's shooting at something. What's going on over here? What the? I just saw a tracer just go across. Is there another U-boat in the area or something? Who knows? Well, I think in that case I may re-engage. I'll ahead standard and let's down scope. Okay, locked on target. Should be completing our turn momentarily. Speed, range, or AOB will do 70 degrees. Speed 7 knots still. I doubt that's really changed. Range will do 800 meters for the time being, and we'll update that as necessary. Let's see if we're completing our turn. Yep, the turn is almost complete. Be firing at kind of a weird angle, and this I keep lowering the scope for some reason. It's annoying, but that's probably a good habit actually. Don't want the periscope to be sighted. Okay, angle on bow is actually not that good. Looks like she's kind of heading away. We'll do something like that. Okay, this should be sufficient. Get this out of here. Torpedoes 1 and 2. Depth, we'll do bare minimum 1 meter. Dispersion 1 degree. Alright, tubes 1 and 2. Los. Okay, they are heading towards the target. And she is turning quite a lot, but I think we will still have an impact here. Yeah, she is doing some evasive maneuvers, but we got her. That's a hit as long as it doesn't deflect off the hull. Torpedo impact. There we go. 1 hit. And 2 hits. Torpedo hit enemy. Serious damage. That's good. Wow, that whole stern section of the vessel is in flames. That was not as clean as I would have liked it, to be honest. That was kind of crappy. But hey, we sunk the vessel, and you can't argue with results. I did not want to engage that ship on the surface. I do want to mark where this oiler, she's running away like crazy. We're going to surface the boat and finish this one off with the deck gun. I think this Liberty cargo is done for. Yeah, the gun is abandoned. My fears are gone. Let's surface the boat and prepare to use the deck gun. We'll finish off the Empire Lugard with a couple of rounds and then head towards the Oligarch up here, which is the 10,000 tonner. Low air reserve, so time to do a little bit of maintenance here. Let's take a look. Missing workers on the conning tower. Well, that's fine. Okay, turn on the pump, turn on the diesel compressor. Let's begin start up those diesel engines. All ahead full. There we go. You, my friend, can get on the radio room, and you go ahead and get on the 88. Get a couple of men to help you out with that. You, Klaus, can get on the targeting site. Empire Linden sunk. Send that report into BDU. I'm sure they'll be very pleased with that. Make sure we have our diesel compressor going. Yep, it's firing away back here so we can recharge our compressed air. Diesel engine temps are rising. If these get too high, we'll start emitting a lot of smoke and that'll increase our visibility. But I have to say, I'm sure all the vessels in the area know there is a enemy U-boat out and about, wreaking havoc on this poor unescorted convoy. We have 2 transports sighted. I wonder, oh, it's these way up here to the north. Oh boy, that's a... What are you? Are you... Oh yeah. Another Liberty... Or this is a C3 cargo, excuse me, but that thing is armed to the teeth. I'd rather not engage that on the surface. They're bolting on out of here. We may have to engage them later on. It's just easy pickings out here. Alright, let's use some time compression and close the gap here. I want to sink this one in the freighter. We'll run up right alongside her because it's kind of hard to aim the deck gun. Okay. Get on the deck gun. And fire. We have armor piercing loaded up. Should only take 1 or 2. Let's do a drive-by, I guess. 3. Try to aim for maybe a waterline hit, cause some more flooding. Ship sinking. There we go. Look at that Jeep. This one, the little guy went flying. That's awesome. Okay. Let's send that report in and turn north. And the oligarch is going to get it next. I'm kind of upset that those torpedoes ran under the Liberty cargo in the very beginning. I don't think that's right. That has to be a bug. I mean, if the draft says 8 meters in the recognition manual, then you know. I think setting my torpedo depth to 5 meters should be hunky-dory. All right, we're pretty close. We're going to slow down and begin gunning down this OI class tanker. We have this gun sight, which does not really work for me. Let's try it. Yeah, that ain't cutting it. Looks like I got a hit there though. I have only armor piercing rounds. I'm gonna get a little closer just to ensure hits. I could tell my crew to open fire on it. Fire at ships. Hopefully they fire. They're firing at the ones that are super far. Did they hit it? No, they're not. Okay, if they hit the enemy vessel, I was gonna let them keep doing it. Okay, ceasefire. I'll do it myself. There we go. Fire at ships. See if they'll engage the proper vessel. Yep, they are engaging the proper one now. We're getting fired at from now. The C3 cargo shooting at us. Look what you've done, Wolf. Okay, let's get close. We gotta speed this along. Oh my gosh, they're going absolutely bananas. Okay, let me get on the gun. My crew is incapable. Should have brought some high explosive rounds along. Light some fires on this oiler's deck. Oh, we'll just keep firing. Looks like she's already listing. I can't really tell from here, but it sure looks like it to me. I think those shots are going over a bit. Hopefully torpedo reloads are going swimmingly, as I do think I am in a pretty good position to engage those other 2 freighters to the northwest of our current position. Yeah, this tanker has seen better days. Another good hit. Whoa, there! Wow, she's sinking. Wow, that was actually kind of okay. You can stop shooting her now. You trigger happy madman. Stop it. That was awesome. That explosion. I don't think I've seen that in this game. That's pretty. Oh, we're just looking at a lot of debris at the moment, and she went under. Wow. Yeah, she's going down. Well, that is 3 vessels destroyed in a very short period of time. Let's see, torpedo reloads, how are they going? All right, let's leave this view and check on my U-boat. Probably time to rig for red as well. Oh wow, already reloaded. But this leave... Engaging these merchant ships with only the deck gun. I would engage them with the deck gun. If it weren't for this fellow, the C3 freighter. I think our best... I'm debating re-engaging or just leaving altogether to patrol grid CG down here. Because if I fire more torpedoes, that's less that we have for the possible battleship that's operating in this area. And I know you want to see that, and I for sure want to blow up a battleship in U-boat. I think that would be awesome. And these ships are already alerted to our presence, and we've been lingering this close to Gibraltar, I might add, on the surface for quite a while, causing all sorts of trouble. I think I'm going to disengage. This may be an unpopular decision, but I think we need to break contact and try to play it a little safe here, especially when this merchant's so heavily armed and when we're down so few torpedoes. If I didn't waste those 2 torpedoes with them running under the draft of that Liberty cargo, I probably would engage these guys, but I do want to save my torpedoes for bigger and better fish and for our objective. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that video. I do hope the decision to disengage was not too unpopular. I do think it's probably a good idea to have some torpedoes for our primary objective, which is patrolling grid CG. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this U-boat video. If you want to see more U-boat content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. And I will see you all on the next one.